Jose Mourinho has already started rebuilding his Manchester United squad in preparation for the new Premier League season. United have completed two signings this summer, bringing in teenage fullback Diogo Dalot from Porto and Fred, the Brazil midfielder, from Shakhtar Donetsk, but Mourinho wants further transfers made before the opening of the campaign. Mourinho will be hoping to guide Man United to their first Premier League title since 2012 next season if reports are to be believed. Mourinho wants to bring in a new first-choice left-back, with Dalot seen as a rotation option as he develops, and a right-winger, having failed last summer to prize Ivan Perisic away from Inter of Milan for that position. In 2017-18, Mourinho alternated between a 4-2-3-1 and a 4-3-3 system, favoring the latter as the season drew to a close. This was United's starting 11 from April's 2-1 defeat of Arsenal. Paul Pogba provided the attacking role from midfield, with Nemanja Matic shielding the defence and generally one of Ander Herrera or Scott McTominay offering further defensive support from a position slightly higher up the pitch. The right flank had width from both fullback and winger, although problems were created on the left with Anthony Martial and Marcus Rashford, and then Alexis Sanchez when he was signed, always looking to cut inside to play the ball with their stronger foot. This is a viable tactic as long as width is being provided from fullback, but Ashley Young, also right-footed, would make overlapping runs before also being forced to cut back to deliver a cross. This caused United's attacking play to be very lopsided, and made them easy to defend against if an opponent overloaded United's right flank with bodies, especially as United's right-sided attacking players are well below the quality of the ones available for the left-wing position. The signings Mourinho is targeting will fix United's problems, on paper at least, but how are the Red Devils shaping up ahead of the new season? TalkSport have built a predicted Manchester United 11 for 2018-19, which you can see below. Goalkeeper, David De Gea. If there is any player in the Premier League guaranteed of his place in his team, it is De Gea, the Man United goalkeeper. He has been the best glovesman in England's top flight for a good number of years now, and arguably established himself as the best in the world last season. Real Madrid do not seem to have any ambition of signing De Gea this summer, so United should be holding on to their key man for at least another campaign. Defense: Antonio Valencia, Eric Bailly, Victor Lindelof, Alex Sandro. Antonio Valencia, establishing himself as one of the best fullbacks in the Premier League, has been one of the division's biggest surprises since Mourinho's appointment as United manager. He is set to start the season still as first-choice right-back, with summer signing Diogo Dalot likely to rotate with the 32-year-old until he establishes himself at Old Trafford. Eric Bailly and Victor Lindelof should combine to make a fearsome central defensive pairing, especially now the latter has regained his best form following a rough start to his Red Devils career. Cover for centre-half comes in the shape of Phil Jones and Chris Smalling, both of whom have played under Mourinho to prove they are trusted by their manager. The left flank conundrum is set to be remedied this summer by replacing Young with a natural left-back who is left-footed. Mourinho can already call upon Luke Shaw, but it appears as if the manager does not trust him, so he has targeted a move for Alex Sandro of Juventus. Sandro endured a rather mediocre campaign in 2017-18, but prior to that he was viewed as perhaps the best fullback in Europe, and his attacking abilities make him the perfect option to provide width on the left of United's attack. Young has done more than enough to stay at Old Trafford, and he will likely be used as a rotation option with Sandro, whilst also providing cover at right back and in midfield due to his incredible versatility. Midfield: Fred, Nemanja Matic, Paul Pogba. Now that the signing of Fred has been officially completed, United's first-choice midfield 3 for 2018-19 has taken place. The Brazil international will combine with Nemanja Matic and Paul Pogba in a trio that should allow the latter to finally express himself at Old Trafford, following two relatively disappointing campaigns by the standards expected of him. Fred will take up the supporting role previously played by Ander Herrera or Scott McTominay, and the biggest upgrade comes from his ability on the ball. whereas Herrera and McTominay would win the ball from the opposition but fail to do anything notable with it. Fred will look to claim possession and immediately dictate United's play from the center of pitch. Mourinho has been relying on a one-dimensional midfielder for far too long in this role, but he has finally fixed perhaps the biggest weakness in his starting 11. Matic, who turns 30 before the start of the season, started to fade as last season wore on, but has more than enough about him to remain a guaranteed starter at holding midfielder, while Pogba has to enjoy a truly great season in his favoured position, slightly to the left of a midfield three. Otherwise, questions may start to be asked about just how good he actually is. Attack: Willian, Romelu Lukaku, Alexis Sanchez and Romelu Lukaku are guaranteed to start the season in the positions they ended the last, left wing and centre forward respectively, and there is cover for both players in the shape of Marcus Rashford, Jesse Lingard and Juan Mata. Anthony Martial is another option, but his agent has made it clear the France forward wants to leave Old Trafford this summer. The right-wing position is the one Mourinho wishes to upgrade following last summer's failed move for Ivan Perisic, and his former Chelsea player, Willian, is said to be a target. Willian, the Brazil international, is capable of playing on both flanks, but would be bought by United to take the same position he plays for Chelsea on the right side of the pitch. He provides more final product in the attacking third than the likes of Lingard and Mata, who played in that position at times in 2017-18, and he also will bring something to United's squad that Mourinho loves, a high defensive work rate. Willian is regarded as one of the most effective defensive attacking players in the Premier League, and his ability and willingness to track back will offer United's other players, notably Fred in midfield and Valencia at right back, the chance to express their own creative abilities in the final third with no worry of being caught out should an opposing team counter and attack the Red Devils on the break. A mock-up of Mourinho's Man United 11 for 2018-19 Leeds United dealt huge blow in pursuit of Manchester City starlet. Bundesliga club open talks to sign Tottenham target. Huddersfield Town want Borussia Dortmund defender. La Liga club want to sign Newcastle midfielder as replacement for Arsenal target. It makes absolutely no sense. Liverpool fans furious at manager decision. West Ham have £20 million midfielder bid rejected. West Ham United could sign transfer target for just £8.75 million. Juventus star Keane on £30 million. Chelsea transfer all confirmed in League 2018-19 Premier League kits revealed. Scouting the £35 million Arsenal and Chelsea target who entranced Barca legend Xavi. West Ham United eyeing move for Argentina midfielder. Real Madrid eyeing shock move for former Barcelona star. This summer TalkSport will be with listeners all day and all night at this year's 2018 FIFA World Cup with over 800 hours of World Cup content and all 64 games live across the TalkSport network.